This is a fraud on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election. We did win this election. So our goal now is to ensure the integrity for the good of this nation. This is a very big moment. This is a major fraud in our nation. We want the law to be used in a proper manner. So we'll be going to the U.S. Supreme Court. If you count the legal votes, I easily win. If you count the illegal votes, they can try to steal the election from.
There is no evidence of widespread fraud in the 2020 election.
There is no evidence at all.
Suggest widespread fraud or corruption. There's just no evidence of that at this stage.
His speech last night was very disturbing to me because he made very, very serious allegations without any evidence to.
I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. Today we will see whether Republicans stand strong for integrity of our elections. I know your pain. I know you're hurt. We had an election that was stolen from us. It was a landslide election, and everyone knows it, especially the other side. But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
Today, an indictment was unsealed, charging Donald J. Trump with conspiring to defraud the United States, conspiring to disenfranchise voters, and conspiring and attempting to obstruct an official proceeding. The indictment was issued by a grand jury of citizens here in the District of Columbia, and it sets forth the crimes charged in detail. I encourage everyone to read it in full. The attack on our nation's capital on January 6th, 2021 was an unprecedented assault on the seat of American democracy.
Huge reaction to that FBI raid at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence, where 15 boxes of material were hauled away. The unprecedented search warrant against a former president has both sides of the political aisle up in arms. Les Trent has the latest.
The FBI raid on Donald Trump's Florida home is causing uproar today.
This is a dangerous and unstable moment in American history.
Is this administration weaponizing the Justice Department and the FBI against political opponents?
You have a bunch of FBI agents raiding the home of a former president because they don't like his politics? Are you kidding me?
We want to bring you some breaking news out of New York. A New York judge has issued his ruling in Donald Trump's civil fraud trial, delivering a major blow to Trump's business empire with a massive fine and sanctions. The justice has ordered Trump to pay $354.9 million in penalties for knowingly overstating his net worth. This was to fool lenders. The judge also banned Trump from serving as an officer or director of any New York corporation for 3 years. The lawsuit was brought by New York Attorney General Letitia James. Trump, who is expected to appeal the ruling, has denied wrongdoing and has called the case a political vendetta.
And so that's what this case is all about. And by the way, forget about Trump. Every single real estate developer everywhere on earth does this. They always talk about their asset being worth a lot, and the bank says no. And that's just the way it is. So in this case, when I'm trying to figure out, and I'm not pro or con, or I don't care about the politics, who lost money? Nobody. The bank got paid back the construction finance loan, and a new building was built. And if you're going to sue this case and win, you got to sue every real estate developer everywhere. This is all they do. This is what they do all day long, every day. So I don't think this thing will ever survive appeal, regardless of what the fine is. This doesn't even make sense. Now, look, I know Trump's got a lot of problems in other indictments and everything else, but this, if you're a real estate developer, you're watching this, you're saying, what is this? This is ridiculous.
Guilty on all counts. We are tracking breaking developments as former President Donald Trump is convicted of 34 criminal counts in his historic hush money trial. A New York jury announcing the verdict just hours ago. Good afternoon. I'm Graciela Moreno.
And I'm Dale Urong. Donald Trump is now the first president in U.S. history to be tried and convicted of crimes. Action News anchor Vanessa Vasconcelos joins us from the live desk with the impact of the jury's decision as well as reaction from across the country.
The charges were rigged. The prosecution's presentation of the case was rigged. We just heard the president talking about that word rigged. The judge's management of the case was rigged. The gag order was rigged. And the instructions to the jury were rigged. Is that fair?
100%. I want to say right now I side with President Trump's assessment of the judicial system more than President Biden's assessment. I'm a liberal Democrat. I voted for Biden. Biden is dead wrong. We should not respect the legal system that is rigged. In my book, Get Trump, I predicted months before this case ever came to trial that it was a foregone conclusion there'd be a conviction. A biased judge, a biased jury, a biased prosecutor, a man who ran for office on the theory of let's find a crime to prosecute Trump for, and they couldn't find the crime, so they made it up. We're now a day after the verdict. I've known criminal law. I've been involved in criminal law 60 years. I still don't know what the crime is.
Right.
Was he found guilty of intending to violate tax laws, to violate the federal election laws, to defraud the voters? I still don't know, and we're a day after this. This is the most outrageous case. You know, everybody knows the quote from Lavrenti Beria, the head of the KGB, and Stalin, when Beria said to Stalin,
show me the man and I'll show you the crime.
No, I'll find you the crime.
Find you the crime, yeah.
Tried to find the crime, and he couldn't. So he made up the crime. He took it a step further than Stalin and Lavrenti Beria. This case will go down in history as one of the most abusive prosecutions since the trial of Aaron Burr back in 18 whatever it was. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened